Well, I thought what I might give you, put a little chair up, tell you a little bit about what's going on. It's just a little dialogue as to what to expect, what I've got to go through. Tell you a little bit about what's going on in my life. Miss the heck out of the kids. They continue to be the love of my life. Always have been and always will be. And hope they're doing well. I'm sure they are. I'd like you to continue to support them, continue to provide them the love and the care and the nourishment that all of you have been able to provide them as friends in the past. Now their father is going to be out here battling this challenge, this new challenge. Is it life-threatening? Not at this time. Will it be life-threatening? Yes. It could definitely, down the road, be a problem. So the best thing to do is to catch it early, deal with it, and move on. Mr. May is in no pain. There's no cancer, tumors, or anything like that associated with the blood disease. A blood disease is purely just that, a blood disease. Since we were able to diagnose it so early, there appears to be a great deal of success associated with that. The unfortunate side of it is this particular disease occurs in less than 1% of cancer patients, so they don't see a whole lot of it, and there is no cure for it without a transplant. So transfusional support is a temporary band-aid to bring you back to life, which is what they did when I arrived out here in California. Could not understand how I possibly lost 130 pounds in a little over a year. So among the items that led to that was stress, malnourishment, undernutrition. A number of things contributed to it, but overall, it's a disease in your blood that you can't get away from. My sisters agreed to be my donor, and what goes on there is they have to make sure she's compatible. The tests are undergoing right now, my test and hers, the blood test. It took like 38 vials. Here's my medical, or my patient band here. But it took like 38 vials of blood out of me to run all the tests, to find a compatible donor. They have a bank of like 6 million others in case my sister is not compatible. My other sister has a fibrosis, of some kind of fibrosis of the nerve, so she really wasn't even a candidate for a donor. This is just a very kind and generous act of love from my sister, and I'll be eternally grateful to her for it. After the transplant, or really what goes on, not a lot of pain involved in it, other than they have to get rid of all the blood in my body, and it kind of goes through a dialysis machine. If somebody had bad kidneys, you get put on a dialysis machine, but this is a machine that will radiate me. They'll send me through chemotherapy. I'll get a good haircut because of that, and at that point, once they've gotten rid of all the blood in my body, I'll probably be down to about 100 pounds or less. And then they'll bring me back to life by pumping this new blood in my body. So that's kind of the procedure that we go through. Not looking forward to it, but it's one I'm prepared for. And because of my age and I don't know, health, I guess, so to speak, current health, my likelihood of getting through this thing unscathed or without any complications is pretty good. It's really good. So the doctors are positive, and as you can see from the sign, they've done this 10,000 times. The technology just became available in the last 20 years where they could do bone marrow transplants. Bone marrow transplants used to be far more complicated. There were far fewer of them done. Well, now they do it primarily through stem cells. They take the stem cells out of another person's blood and put them in yours after yours are all gone. And then once healthy stem cells get inside your body, they begin to regenerate, they begin to grow, and to keep you healthy again. But there's a couple complications that could occur during transfers, a couple of complications that could occur afterwards, and those complications are considered perhaps a rejection of the blood. My body might not like it, so you take the anti-rejection drugs. It's an ordeal, and the convalescence after the transplant is anywhere from 1 to 2 years. So it'll take some time to bring you back to life. It'll take some time to get the old Ted back the way he is now. And I got to tell you, it's been a very humbling, fulfilling experience because I walk through life not knowing, just figuring, well, maybe I'm a little overstressed, I had too many things in my mind, blah, blah, blah. And lo and behold, the underlying current that was creating the issue was a blood problem. So I encourage all of you to make sure you listen to your doctors, get your physicals regularly, let them check your blood, and to continue to pray for your health, our health, and continue to support the kids, if you would, as best you can, because they're going to be scared and uncertain as to how I'm doing a couple thousand miles away. And I'd just like to reiterate, Dad's going to get through this, and Dad's going to be fine. So I hope that gives all of you an update. As you can see, I've got the California glasses working here. I can't see much anymore. My vision's kind of gone, but I attribute that to old age. It had nothing to do with the blood. So, it's a pleasure to talk to everyone. I'm glad I was able to give you a few updates. And you can always respond to this email address. I do appreciate the encouragement and well wishes I've gotten from many of you. And thank you very much. May God bless.